So after a few hours of camping in the cold overnight, we were all awakened in the early dawn of George wrestling with his tent and packing things up and getting brutally attacked by mosquitoes. All you could hear was him screaming, ah, ooh, ah, and smacking his face and arms and breaking down his tent. It was very early in the morning, and we had only slept a few hours. I just wasn't ready to get out of the tent. Mark graciously broke his tent down too, and him and George decided to go to Prudhoe Bay early, while me and Hunter stayed back and slept in a little more. If I could give just one piece of advice for anybody attempting this trip on a motorcycle, get a good mosquito net for your face. Just looking in between the rain fly and my tent, there was what seemed like thousands of mosquitoes just trying to get at me ferociously. It was one of the most intimidating things to wake up to, just knowing that you have to get out of this tent and break everything down, and it's not going to be a very quick process. I put all my gear on. I was sweating in my tent, and my full face helmet, my goggles, and just tried to break things down as fast as I could. It was a brutal experience, and Hunter just showed complete selflessness. And after he broke his stuff down, he was helping me pack my stuff, and I was telling him to go, and he said, "No, we'll don't worry, we'll just break it down, and we can do it together." And it was a moment of reflection where I thought, I don't really think I could have done this if the roles were reversed. I mean, the conditions were just so brutal for me to get attacked and bitten by all these mosquitoes, and all I could think about was getting out of there. It was quite an experience. So we got down to Prudhoe Bay and took a picture with the famous Prudhoe Bay General Store sign, had a bite to eat, and then we worked our way back to Dead Horse to make our way to the shuttle. All right, here's the update. We're here ready to get on the shuttle to go to Prudhoe Bay, take a little dip in the drink. Mosquitoes are ferocious. That's why you haven't had any updates. I mean, just brutal. Every time we stop, even at like midnight, just really attacking us. So we set up camp about 40 miles from Prudhoe Bay. We're here at Dead Horse Camp. I believe that's probably our shuttle that'll take us. The plan is to jump in the ocean. Came all this way. I'm gonna do my best to jump in and complete this journey. It'll be halfway. Still got a journey home, but final destination. Going as far north as possible. Mosquitoes are getting me right now. Just went to get a towel and some other clothes, but we'll check in with you when we get to the water.
Beth, bring the workers in right here to Dead Horse from Anchorage and back to Anchorage. It's a free flight for all the workers. So nobody drives up, none of the workers drive up. They all fly up on the company jets or Alaska Airlines or even Raven Air. And nobody lives here, there are no residents. Everybody works some sort of schedule, either 2 weeks on or 2 weeks off, 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off, 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off. There's 1 7/8 coil tubing that sits there, and they can use that to go down hole with the coil tubing unit, with the coil tubing down hole and do whatever kind of work they need to do to fix. What they do is they go over existing wells that are not performing, and they work on them to see if they can get more oil. and you can see the tires underneath that one there. There's 4 tires in the front, 4 tires in the rear, and there's a guy that sits in the front of the rig and a guy that sits in the rear of the rig, and they steer it down the road. It goes all self-propelled. It goes down the road about 2 miles an hour. Security has to escort them because they take up the whole road. Contractors Row, this is where all the contractors are. Arctic pipe, they x-ray the casing in the pipe, clean up the threads if they need to. As we get closer, you can see the one burning on the ground. It's pretty normal. And security has 2 infrared cameras that run around the field. This is one of them right there. And they look for heat signatures. Heat signatures because the oil, gas, and water comes out of the ground at about 140 degrees. So when the flare goes off, the fire goes off, we can hear it from here. It's really, really loud.
Whoa. Jeez. I don't know.
Yeah, that's chilly.
I don't know if I'm cut out for that.
Oh, that's a lady, my friend. Whoa!
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
Margie!
You see, this is a fireman, my friend.
Yeah! Fireman!
From Chicago, my friend. My kids.
Ah, good. Wow.
There you go.
What do you think, man?
You don't need showers today.
All right!
Thanks, buddy.
You got it? Good! Hey, thank you.
My Cuban friend, you are the last one.
Come on! Oh, hey! Oh, hey! Come on!
The mission is not complete, my friend.
Get back in the game! You came all the way from Mexico City to do this.
Oh, Georgie!
All the way! Oh, hey!
Here he goes. He's going.
Nice. Yeah! Nice.
Little face on there?
I think it is a seal.
Wow. Can I pass this
Yeah,
down?
go for it.
Here, you want to have a look?
Oh, I got him.
Wow. Too cool.
That's what kind is that white like that?
I can't see it.
Long.
It's like this.
That's just crazy.
He's looking right at us too.
He's so big.
He's trying to get the birds, huh? Making his way over there. Wow. Yeah, he's on the prowl. He's looking. We're getting a late start, heading back. But it was great. The buffet we ate at the Arctic Inn Hotel. Not that great, but we all have full stomachs and we're ready to make the plunge south. What a great feeling to make it to this destination. You know, have this goal in mind and complete it. It's really something magical. I wish everything kind of happened so fast when I came here. time to reflect, but it's great. You know, great group of guys that we came with, I came with. Now just have a safe journey back. Prudhoe Bay. Oh, another beautiful day.
Can't beat this.
We did it, George.